Hello, friends. Welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I'm your host, Tom Downey. You can follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. We're in the bye week now for the Cowboys, so it's time to make some changes. We got 5 of them here for you guys that I think the Cowboys should do, even though they probably won't end up doing. So first up, time to bench Allen Hurns. Here's the good news. You kind of already did this. You traded for Amari Cooper. I would assume then, I feel pretty confident that Michael Gallup will play over Allen Hurns because anyone with a set of eyeballs knows Gallup is better right now. And in that case, your top 3 guys are Cooper, Gallup, and Beasley. So bench Hurns, make him your 4th receiver, and then once Tavon Austin comes back, go ahead and make him your 5th receiver. So I do feel bad for Hurns, but he's been a bust free agent. He hasn't done anywhere near what the Cowboys needed him to do, so I think it's time to bench Allen Hurns. Make your top 3 guys and let them play a ton. Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Cole Beasley. And frankly, it's actually not that bad of a receiving core, especially compared to where it was before the season started. All right, folks, we're trying to get our Cowboys Report channel to 5,000 subscribers. So go to youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Subscribe today. All of our great Cowboys coverage all in one spot, plus some exclusive coverages on there. That's youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. All right, offense is the theme here today, which I think makes perfect sense. Number 4, how about you bench Blake Jarwin? And I think the Cowboys might have actually already done this. Jarwin was the number 2, and then Dalton Schultz went from inactive to the number 2 last week. And then once Swaim got hurt, Blake Jarwin actually played a little bit more down the stretch, only in passing plays. Which, okay, I guess I get that. But here's the thing. If you're only going to bring a tight end in for passing downs, shouldn't it just be Rico? Isn't that the whole point of having him on the roster, is to throw him the ball at times? So I know the Cowboys hyped up Blake Jarwin. I didn't really get it coming out. So if Jeff Swaim does miss time after the bye, please don't make Blake Jarwin your backup. Go make Dalton Schultz or Rico your number 2 guy. Schultz, I think, can bring you a little bit better blocking, although he wasn't very good early on in the year, but he was okay against the Redskins. And we know what Rico brings you in the passing game. So I'm sure most of you guys will type G in the comment section, but let me see it anyway. All right, next up, let's just fire Paul Alexander. I know this is all negative, but that's why their changes in the Cowboys are 3 and 4, so sorry. The O-line has not looked good this year, and they got, I think, worse from last season. And in that sense, I know that La'el Collins having issues, and there's no Travis Frederick, and Connor Williams is a first-year player. I kind of blame the Cowboys' offensive line issues, though, on Paul Alexander. I don't think his technique changes have helped the Cowboys out very much. And I know you don't have a great option, but just go ahead and promote Mark Colombo. You interviewed him for the job. Just dump Paul Alexander, because frankly, my biggest fear is that his technique changes are going to continue to make the offensive line worse. It just has not worked out. So go ahead, dump Paul Alexander, move on, and go hire somebody else in the offseason, because the Alexander hiring, I just don't think it's worked out. All right, number 2, how about you promote Jourdan Lewis? And I don't want to rag on Anthony Brown because, frankly, I think Anthony Brown's been okay this year. I didn't like him last year. He's been a much better player this season. But when Jourdan Lewis plays, I think he's a better cornerback than Anthony Brown. Beyond the one touchdown he got burnt on with Golden Tate, which Brown would have gotten burnt too, I think Lewis has outplayed Anthony Brown in limited snaps this year. And with Awuzie hurt, Jourdan Lewis proved his value. So this is not a knock on Anthony Brown. This is praise for Jourdan Lewis. I want him to be my nickel corner. I know Chris Richard seems to like Anthony Brown more. I would much rather play Jourdan Lewis, and I'm betting that most of you guys agree. So type B if you want Anthony Brown, L if you want Jourdan Lewis. Again, I'm not knocking Anthony Brown. I just want who I think is the better cornerback to play more. Brown has surprised me this year. At the very least, he is a really good backup, number 4, or even mid to low end, number 3. But I think Jourdan Lewis, if given the chance, could be one of the premier nickel corners in the entire NFL. All right, folks, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $100, they'll give you $120 for free for a grand total of $220 to bet with on BetDSI. And then DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. My supply is low, but I do have some more Cowboys jerseys to give away if you guys sign up and deposit with BetDSI. So DM me at WhatGoingDowney. All right, one last change, and I know you guys are going to agree with it. Fire Scott Linehan. Get him out of here. The offense has been bad, and guess what? Almost every part of this offense is to blame. The quarterback has not been good enough. The running game has not been good enough. The O-line has been, frankly, below average. They're supposed to be elite. The receiving core has not been good enough. The play calling has not been good enough. The Cowboys offense, look at this, 29th in yards per game, 29th in passing yards. Third downs, they're 30th. Points per game, they're 26th. At least their ground game is third, but they should be number one, right? The Cowboys offense is one of the worst in the NFL. At a certain point, yeah, the players haven't done enough yet. I don't believe the coaching staff has done a good enough job to set the players up for success. And the buck tends to stop with the coaching staff. So fire Linehan, make Jason Garrett call the plays, and if the Cowboys miss the playoffs, fire the whole staff minus Chris Richard and a few others. And I'm sure most of you guys agree. You guys want Linehan fired as well. That would be my number one change during the bye week. Let me know if you guys have something else. Of course, the Cowboys' big change was trading for Amari Cooper. But let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for next Cowboys Report.